A gang sweep that was conducted in the city of Stockton led to over 80 people getting arrested. I made a video yesterday or a couple days ago about BOUNCEBACKMEEK getting arrested, and it looks like he was included in these 80 people.
Stockton law enforcement announced what they're calling the largest gang crackdown in the history of San Joaquin County.
Nearly 100 arrests made, dozens of guns recovered, and drugs taken off the streets. All that happening in the city of Stockton.
Operation Hybrid Havoc, a year-long multi-agency gang takedown in Stockton.
Operation Hybrid Havoc was an investigation that was started in January of 2022. Who the hell comes up with these names, by the way? They had another operation called Operation Kryptonite when they were going after the Crips, and then they had an Operation Bloodline when they were going after the Bloods. Like, who was coming up with these names? The Stockton Police Department and the California Department of Justice got together with the California Highway Patrol and Special Operations Unit to begin a joint investigation into numerous street gangs such as the Northside Gangsta Crips, Sutter Street Crips, Fly Boys, Muddy Boys, EVK, and the Westside Bloods. 58 guns, $23,000 in cash, multiple ounces of cocaine, heroin, meth, fentanyl, and 5 pounds of marijuana were also seized. This has been a 5-month-long investigation, but the Stockton Police Department announced that there will be more arrests being made.
See them right there, 58 guns. 10 of them assault rifles, another 12 of those were ghost guns. Now, this was the culmination, as you mentioned, of a 6-month operation here in Stockton. With help from the Attorney General's office, local law enforcement went after gang members. 90 of them have been charged, and more charges are coming.
According to the Stockton Police Department, the investigation was called to order due to the number of homicides skyrocketing in the year 2022. Over the course of the investigation, law enforcement agents conducted 24 search warrants and 18 arrest warrants in the Stockton area, but focusing on the North Stockton area in particular. Apparently, 2 homicides were also solved due to this investigation. Mark Scott was killed around 1:30 p.m. on February 11th, 2022 in front of A1 Liquor Store in a strip mall off North El Dorado Street in North Stockton.
Welcome back. A young father, coach, and teacher was shot and killed in Stockton in just the last week. ABC 10's Kurt Rivera spoke to his family as the search for a suspect continues.
Fun-loving, positive thinking, with a smile on his face, a mentor. That's how those who knew Mark Scott described the 31-year-old suddenly lost to gun violence.
Stockton police say that this shooting wasn't random and that Mark Scott was targeted. Damian Cook, Antonio Tomason, Antonio Hoskins were some highlight arrests. Antonio Tomason was arrested for allegedly murdering Mark Scott and is currently being held without bail. Antonio Hoskins and Roberto Howard were arrested for allegedly murdering an 18-year-old male on the 8100 block of West Lane.
Dozens of fluorescent green evidence markers tell the story of a vicious and deadly shooting on Knickerbocker Drive near West Lane in Stockton. A neighbor who wanted his identity concealed heard it happen.
Oh, it sounded like a machine gun. Fired off, just sat it, then quit, sat it, then quit, sat it, then quit.
Damian Cook was also arrested for 2 gang-related shootings that occurred on January 23rd and February 25th, 2022. The first one being off the 1800 block of Platte Road and the second being off the 400 block of East Flora Street. Besides these 4 individuals, there were a lot more people arrested. I said it earlier, but over 80 people were indicted, and BOUNCEBACKMEEK was one of those people, and I made a video breaking down some of his charges, so if you guys haven't seen it, I'm gonna have that video linked in the description below. With that being said, some people are speculating whether the RICO Act could come into play here. I've gotten a couple comments about people saying that, oh, if this were a Fed case, they would have been taken to SAC for custody. But I don't know how Stockton politics work as far as like the whole jail system, so maybe somebody could shed some light in the comment sections. But this is looking like quite the investigation for sure, and apparently they're not even done yet. I'm glad some of the families got some closure because 2 murders were solved apparently because of this investigation, and I wonder how many more could be solved at the end of this whole operation, because apparently Stockton has been going crazy in the year 2022 as far as gun-related homicides. I was watching a previous Hood Vlogs video about Meek's Hood. He was talking about beating another gun case with enhancements with like an $800,000 bail. Maybe he has grounds to beat this one, but in my opinion, they might be coming for him even harder because he just was involved in another case very similar. But the only good thing I see from this whole investigation for Bounce Back Meek is the fact that he didn't go down for any violent felonies like the rest of these people, so that's probably a good thing. But at the same time, the Department of Justice really went through a lot of trouble orchestrating this entire investigation, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were going extra hard to try to get as many of these charges to stick. But it does look like Meek bailed out, so he's currently fighting the case from the streets. Now, if he had bail money, I'm assuming he's gonna have some lawyer money, which is probably the most advisable thing to do. If he gets over this situation, he really needs to just focus on the music and take a backseat to the streets. This street shit is not worth it. There will always be a better way to allocate your time. But let me know what you guys think in the comment sections below. But until next time, I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace.